Hi, I'm Tasha Barrett, and for those of you that haven't already met me, I'm your president at the Students' Union of Royal Holloway. So I deal mostly with education for students, and I just want to take a minute to tell you about the new HE bill, or higher education bill, that the government are trying to put through at the moment, and what that would mean for you guys. So the first issue with the Teaching Excellence Framework, which is part of the HE bill, is that fees are going to rise significantly. So you may have already seen that fees will rise with inflation within the next year or so, and that will be a £250 a year increase. But following that, by 2026, your tuition fees could go up to £12,000 a year, which is quite a considerable difference. And then following that, over the couple of years afterwards, they could actually get a lot higher and also become dependent on the subject you're studying. So if you're studying a science degree, for example, that could cost you a lot more. And then the issue with that for humanities students would be that your degree would become worth less because employers would be aware that they cost less, and that would just make them seem less worthwhile. So that is a major problem for all students studying any subject. So the second thing that the government want to do with the new HE bill is make it a lot easier for organisations to gain degree awarding powers, and also for them to take it away from organisations or universities that they feel don't deserve them for whatever reason. So that would lead to an increase of organisations like Google that already do their own degree. That would happen a lot more, it would be a lot easier to get a degree, and a lot more different types of organisations would be able to give out degrees. So for some people that might seem like a good thing, but it's not necessarily, as it can, again, make degrees seem a lot less worthwhile for some people. Thirdly, the entire Teaching Excellence Framework and the new HE bill would be overseen or governed by the Office for Students. So when you hear that, obviously you would assume that that had some kind of relationship with actual students or student representatives. But actually the government want to create the entire Office for Students without any student representation. So that means no sabbatical officers, no current students, no NUS officers, and basically no one that is there to actually represent student views. So one of the other massive issues with TEF and the new HE bill is that the metrics they would use to create a measure of teaching excellence, as they call it, would be quite unreliable. So one of those would be the NSS, which a lot of you might know of. You might have filled it out already, especially if you're a third year student, because that's when most people do it. But actually not very many people fill it in. It's made of very specific questions, and there's no proper representation of postgraduate students in there either, so that is questionable. And then one of the other main metrics they want to use is whether students are employed in graduate level education 6 months after they finish their degree. So most of us know that it's hard to get a job after graduating in any way. But on top of that, it's even harder to get what the government will classify as a full-time graduate level job, because a lot of people after university might spend some time working in retail, working in coffee shops and things like that whilst they're working out what they want to do, or looking for a different type of work. So that would basically not be classified as employment by them. So again, not a very accurate metric for measuring teaching excellence. Finally, the Teaching Excellence Framework would be measured in terms of a gold, silver or bronze medal awarded to all universities, and there are a lot of limitations to that system. They would also be given flags for different achievements, so the whole thing is kind of a very different way to measure teaching excellence or the quality of your degree. There are also rumours that any institution that doesn't get a gold award would not be able to recruit international students, particularly if they're on the bronze level, so that could be a massive problem. To give you an idea, Royal Holloway would probably get a silver award, so it doesn't mean that it's very easy to get a gold either. For all of these reasons, the NUS have organised a national demo on the 19th of November in London, and a group of us from Royal Holloway, including your sabbatical officers, will be going along to support the demo. I listed the reasons why we're so passionate about it, but if you have any other questions, feel free to come and talk to me or any of the other officers in the SU building.